Professor Pujara, shall we start?
Would you like to wait for a couple of minutes, because I can see hardly a few participants?
Yeah. They will join, sir. So after 2 minutes we will start.
Yeah. Okay.
Am I audible?
Sir, yes, sir. Professor Pujara, sir, shall we start this session?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir. Good afternoon to one and all. Respected Professor Dhaval Pujara, Professor and Head Department of ECE, Institute of Technology, Nirma University, Ahmedabad, Professor Starpile N. Iyer, Principal R.H. Patel Arts and Commerce College, Ahmedabad, and AACP member, Professor Geo Joy, Controller of Examination, Kristu Jayanti College, Professor Madhu Dhruvakumar, Coordinator, Commerce PG, Kristu Jayanti College, principals of various colleges all over the India, and participants. Hearty welcome. As we all aware, in present days, technology has become an integral part of the learning process in and out of the classroom and in research. Traditional paper-based materials and methods have been left behind, while web-based tools, cloud-based software and other technologies and programs started changing the way researchers collect data, discover, gather, organize, and analyze the information. Adding technology to the mix reduced the potential for human error and increased the speed of the research process. Our world is being remade by technology at an increasing rate, and it is reshaping how we learn. Technology will not replace great teachers, but technology in the hands of great teachers and researchers can be transformational. With this note, let us begin today's keynote session 4, focusing on leveraging technology for raising the research visibility. I request Professor Gio Joy, Controller of Examination and IQAC member, Kristu Jayanti College, to formally welcome the gathering.
Thank you, Mamata Madam. A very warm good afternoon to respected dignitaries present here. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce Professor Dhaval Pujara, the resource person for this keynote session titled Leveraging Technology for Raising the Research Visibility. Dr. Dhaval Pujara did MTech degree in Electronics and Communications Engineering in the year 2002 from IIT Roorkee and did his PhD from Nirma University. During the years 2007 to 2009, Sir was deputed to Space Applications Center, SAC, and Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, Ahmedabad, for carrying out research on antennas for satellite applications. Currently, Sir is Head Department of Electronics and Communications Engineering, Institute of Technology, Nirma University, Ahmedabad. Sir is the recipient of various awards and recognitions. Some of them, Best Engineering College Teacher Award of the Gujarat State by the Indian Society for Technical Education in the year 2004, the Young Scientist Award in the year 2011 by International Union of Radio Science, Srimati Ranjana Pal Memorial Award for his significant contributions to radio frequency and antennas, Best Professor of Institute of Technology, Nirma University in the year 2015, Award of Academic Excellence by the Higher Education Forum, Mumbai in the year 2017. Sir is a senior member of IEEE USA, life member of IST, IET, and Institute of Engineers, besides being the executive member of AICTE. On behalf of the IQAC, Kristu Jayanti College, AICTE, and all the members present here, I welcome you, sir, to this keynote session. May I also welcome Dr. Star Payal N. Iyer, Executive Member, AICTE, from R.H. Patel Arts and Commerce College, Ahmedabad, Gujarat, who is going to give the epilogue for this session. Let me also welcome Professor Madhu Dhruv Kumar, Coordinator, PG Commerce Department, Kristu Jayanti College, who will be sharing the end note for this session. It is my honor to welcome the distinguished principals and professors from all over the nation for this keynote session. I also welcome the colleagues, my own colleagues from Kristu Jayanti College for this keynote session. So let us leverage technology for raising the research visibility. Over to Dr. Dhaval Pujara for the keynote session. Over to you, sir.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Mamta. At the outset, I would like to thank the organizers, my friend, Dr. Edward, Professor Gio, for inviting me for this wonderful conference on using technology for universities, teaching, learning, and research activities. Friends, the topic that I have chosen for today's discussion is leveraging technology for raising the research visibility. In the beginning of my talk, I would like to put a disclaimer This talk is not about how technology should be used for research. In fact, I can give a full day seminar on using technology for improving the research outcomes. Today's talk is one step ahead. We all are engaged in different types of research activities. I always tell my faculty friends, for a faculty member, 4 P's are very, very important. P for project, I mean to say externally funded project. P for patent, those who belong to science, pharmacy, engineering, for them, filing patents are very, very important. So P for project, P for patent. Third P, P for publication. Publication in reputed journals and conferences. And the fourth P is producing PhD students, having PhD students. I know Christo Jayanti College has recently got A++ in NAC. And in NAC accreditation, I have been involved as SSL. I have completed many peer team visits. And there also, highest weightage is given to research. Many of us, we do a lot of research, but unfortunately, we are not able to showcase our research, especially the research outcomes, to the outer world. Sometimes we put efforts, but still it is limited to maybe our own home state. We are able to show our research to our peers in the home state, or maybe sometimes we restrict it up to our country. Now, worldwide, there is a new trend. That trend says you do research and then showcase your research to the external world, outer world. Globally, you should be recognized for your research. That will be only possible when your research is visible. Please try to understand, I am not going to talk about use of technology for research. As I said in the beginning, I can give a full day seminar on using technology for doing research. Today's talk is one step ahead. We will be using ICT, information communication technology, which you and me, not necessarily on the engineering faculty, even faculty of arts, commerce, home science, agricultural, any faculty can use the simple techniques, ICT techniques, to raise the research visibility. Ultimately, we all want to become popular. We all want to get awards, recognitions, name, fame. And for that, this is high time that we put efforts for the visibility of our research. See, doing research is one thing, and showcasing your research is another very, very important aspect, which is becoming very, very important these days. I am not exaggerating. You will be surprised to know that worldwide there are researchers, there are consultants. I mean, globally, universities are now hiring consultants to showcase their research to the outer world. When I say showcasing your research, when you showcase your research, you will get more citation for your papers. You will get more readers for your papers. Ultimately, you may get good PhD students. You may get good funding. But for that, you have to do marketing of your research. You have to make your research visible to the outer world. So today's talk is focused on using ICT, using technology for raising the visibility of research. My second slide, already Dr. Gio has introduced me. I'm professor and head Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering at Institute of Technology, Nirma University. I can be contacted on my email address dhaval.pujara@nirmauni.ac.in. Quickly, if I tell you, I have 24 plus years of experience and 100 plus publications. 7 students have already got their PhD under my guidance and 3 more are pursuing. And I've got 10 plus awards. And my areas of interest, they are of course engineering. But apart from this, so far, I have delivered more than 250 keynote addresses, seminars, workshops for industry, academia, and many other organizations in India and abroad. I have delivered more than 250 lectures on different topics, starting from accreditation, NAAC quality framework, outcome-based education, value-based education, student counseling, and many such topics. I have a full range of lecture on research methodology, email etiquettes, intellectual property rights, personality development. Again, I have a full range of lectures. Facing failure, the full day workshop that I deliver has become very, very famous, and many people have got benefit out of these sessions. Coming to the presentation outline, I believe on your screen you can see my presentation outline. Yes, are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So now in next 50 minutes, I will be focusing on 3 important aspects. Number 1, importance of research and innovation for the HEIs as well as individuals. HEIs meaning higher educational institutes. So my focus would be research is important not only for colleges and universities, but for an individual also. If you are a faculty, for you also, research is very, very important. I have a few case studies, very interesting case studies. Perhaps you will not find in any book or journal, but based on my research, I have collected a few cases that also I would like to present in part 1 of my presentation. Part 2 of my presentation focuses on increasing the individual's research visibility. I, as a professor, do research, but how do I increase my visibility? How do people come to know about my research? How do people from Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Uttaranchal call me for collaboration, discussion, research activities? Lastly, I will spend a few minutes on increasing the institutional research visibility. This is equally important. The reason is, in this conference, there are many stalwarts and principals who are attending the conference. They may like to increase the visibility of the research of the college, of the university, of the institution. There are several ways, there are several scientific ways. There are papers available, and from those papers and books, I have done my own research and come out with several suggestions that I would like to discuss with you. Let me focus on point number 1, importance of research and innovation for colleges, universities, and for a faculty member. Now, before that, let us try to understand why there is a need for research visibility of an institute. Any institute, may it be Nirma University or IIT or Christu Jayanti College, any autonomous college. Why do we need for research visibility? Friends, number 1 for research visibility, basically when you showcase your research, it is dissemination of research findings, new technologies to the external world. According to me, this is a social service. You are showcasing your knowledge, scientific findings to the outer world. Second, higher research and the visibility of research will help you in accreditation and ranking. These days, we have NAAC, NBA, ranking, NIRF. So all these accreditation and rankings, research is important. Not only research, but the visibility of research is important. Also, when you showcase your result, you create brand image of your institute or an individual. It will increase the visibility and fame for the institute. When your research becomes visible to the external world, it will open the doors for collaborations with other institutes, R&D organizations, industries. It will automatically attract external funding for research, and ultimately, it will increase the institutional citations and institutional H index. Till now, we were worrying about H index or citation of an individual faculty. Now, this is high time when there are stalwart principals attending this conference. We should worry about the citations of a college and H index of a college. So when your research is visible to the external world, automatically your institution will start getting more and more citations and H index. Importance of research and innovation at global level. Friends, you all know that there are several well-known university rankings exist. One of them is QS ranking. If you go to the QS ranking website, which I have given on my slide, their criteria for ranking, if you see, 20% weightage is given to the citations per faculty. See, it is not only publication. Up till now, we were told that go and publish. There are papers available, publish or perish. It is not only publication, but getting citations for your publication. I am going to give you a few tricks and tips for increasing the citations of your paper. So from this slide, it emerges that QS ranking is giving 20% weightage to citations per faculty. On your screen, now you can see a case study that I have taken from QS World University Ranking 2021. The report is already available in the public domain. You can easily get it from internet by Googling. Now look at rank number 6 and 7. Rank 6 for 2021 goes to Swiss Federal Institute of Technology. Unfortunately, in top 100, not a single university from India. Number 7 goes to University of Cambridge. As I said, for QS, there are several criteria for ranking. There is a methodology. Now look at overall comparison between Swiss Federal and University of Cambridge. Almost same, 95, 94.3. Academic reputation, even University of Cambridge is higher. Employer reputation, University of Cambridge is higher. Faculty student, University of Cambridge is higher. But if you see citations per faculty, there is a huge gap between University of Cambridge and Swiss Federal Institution of Technology. Although in other parameters, University of Cambridge is higher, but just because of less number of citations per faculty, in QS ranking, University of Cambridge is at 7 and Swiss Federal Institute of Technology has got higher citations and it is at number 6. So this is the impact of your research visibility. This is impact of your citations. I believe my slides are visible and I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now coming to the other very important ranking agency, we all know this is called Times Higher Education World University Ranking. Now let us look at their methodology, which is also available on internet. For 2020, the methodology says 30% weightage to citations, 30% weightage to research, and 3% to the industry income. So out of 100, 63% weightage, THE, Times Higher Education, is given to research, directly or indirectly. Citations and industry income, they are part of research. Substantial weightage to research. I have a case to present. When I looked at THE ranking for 2020, again, there are two cases. Not a single university from India in top 100. But look at number 4, it is Stanford. And number 5, MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Now, if you see different pillars from left-hand side, the first pillar, overall. Both are almost similar, 94.3 and 93.6. Teaching, almost similar. But again, look at research. MIT research is 92.4 and Stanford research is 96.4. Similarly, look at citations. They both are almost equal. Industry income, MIT has higher industry income. But just because of research, the weightage is 30% there. MIT research is 92.4 and Stanford research is 96.4. Just because a gap of 3 to 4% in research, Stanford is at number 4 and MIT is at number 5. From both these cases, what is conclusion? The conclusion is research is very, very important. If you are good in teaching, if you are good in faculty-student ratio, if you are good in all other aspects, but if you are not focusing on citations, industry income, projects, PhD students, patents, then perhaps you will be nowhere in the rank in the accreditation. Slowly and gradually, the time will come. In India also, for research, there are only 4 parameters. P for patent, P for paper, P for project, and P for publication. Country-wise research publications, if we see again, it is available on internet, freely available. On top, it is United States of America. If we see our population, looking to our population, we should be at least second, but we are at number 9. And see the substantial gap. Country-wise research publication, we are at 9, United States is at number 1. I have a wonderful comparison which I have made myself, because somebody may argue that we have very high population. Similarly, China also has a good population, in fact, more than us. I have made a comparison of research documents between India and US, China and US. Compared to US, we are producing only 15% research documents, whereas China is producing 52% research documents. If we compare the citable documents, remember, if a document is citable, it means it is a quality document. We do research, we publish papers, but let us ask this pertinent question to ourselves. We all principals and director, we should ask a question to ourselves. Do we do quality research? And the answer is no. The reason is, again, if you compare citable documents between India and China with US, compared to US, India is producing only 16% citable documents, whereas China is producing 57% citable documents. India, 6% citation compared to US, whereas China has got 18% citations. Then comes self-citation. China, 57% self-citation, US 45% self-citation, and India 34% of self-citation. Self-citation is an area of discussion. Some people may say self-citation is not a good practice, but still it is not proved. Even we don't like to give citations to our own papers. Does it mean that our own papers are not quality papers? These are all alarming questions. Another statistics on your screen, researchers per 1 million population. Look at South Korea, a very small country, but per 1 million population, they are producing 7,100 researchers. USA, 4,300 researchers per 1 million. China, 1,200 researchers per 1 million. And where is India? We have a huge population, but we are producing only 216 researchers per 1 million. Friends, that shows that we educators have not paid attention. Perhaps the policymakers have not paid attention, but now slowly and gradually at national level also, research is becoming important. Late President Pranav Mukherjee, in one of his speeches, he said, improvement of quality in higher education, particularly emphasizing on research and innovation, is absolutely necessary if you want to be recognized as a class 1 university. I think we all agree. You all are learned people. I know you all have better wisdom and knowledge than me, but on one point, it is very, very important that we work hard, we work collectively. India needs researchers. India needs research activities. India needs patents. We are spending a lot of money in getting technology transfer from foreign countries and foreign universities. In fact, from their bachelors, we need to train our students. I was interacting with a few professors in a particular state. They said, we are professors of arts, humanities. How can we contribute in research? I personally believe each and every faculty, whether you are a faculty of liberal arts, commerce, science, management, law, science, pharmacy, engineering, once you are a faculty, you should focus on 4 P's: publications, projects, patents, PhD students. If you focus with quality in mind, maybe in coming years, we will be able to prove ourselves. If we look at the NAAC criteria, I have my own interest and I keep on reading documents on ranking and rating and accreditation. I go to many universities for workshops. You all know that in NAAC also substantial weightage they have given to research activities. 25% in university ranking, and in college ranking, it is 15%. If you see the definition of research as per NAAC, it is consultancy, collaboration, funded project, innovation ecosystem, publications, research awards, and mobilization of research. It is said that many of our colleges, they are not focusing on quality research. I have few evidences to prove my statement. Look at a table. Ma'am, I hope you are able to see a table on your screen.
Yes,
Yes, sir, we are able to see.
Now look at this table. I have directly taken this table from NIRF, National Institutional Ranking Framework, a report of year 2019. Even in 2020, 2021, the trend is similar. Now look at this. Very, very important statistics that I am sharing with you. Look at row number 1. I'm just focusing on row number 1. Total eligible institution for NIRF ranking, which was introduced in 2016 to the best of my knowledge. 916 eligible institutions. Total number of publications are 2,64,930. Out of these 2,64,930 publications, the top 100 NIRF institutes have produced 1,79,727. Now come to the last 2 columns. First row, last 2 columns, you can see 2 numbers, 67.84 and 32.60. What do they show? They show that out of 916 eligible institute, 67.84% quality publications come from top 100 NIRF institutions. Remaining 816 institutes are producing 32% of publication. Don't you think this is imbalance? Don't you think that all higher educational institutes, whether you are a commerce college or a science college or a law college, we all need to put collective efforts on having good publications? Let me prove my case. Another statistic. Again, look at row number 1. Number of eligible institutions, 960. Total number of highly cited publications, 44,810, out of which total 33,074 publications come from top 100 institutes. Again, coming to the last two columns, row number 1, you can see two figures, 73.81, 26.19. What do they say? They say top 100 NIRF institutes are producing almost 74% of highly cited publications, whereas remaining 816 colleges, universities are producing only 26% of highly cited publications. See, my idea is not to insult any academician, any college. Perhaps we have not put efforts in past few years. I urge to all the academicians, all IQAC coordinators, professors, principals, let us we all put efforts. It is not that difficult. I have attended many conferences in foreign countries, and I have seen people producing PhDs, patents. I mean, we need to put efforts. That's it. Another very interesting statistics on your screen now. Total number of research publications worldwide, if you see, they are 90,31,073. What is India's share? India's share is 4.25% only. Look at our population and look at our contribution in research publication. Out of these 4.25, NIRF eligible institutes are producing 69.03% of research publication. On one side, our population is increasing minute after minute. On other side, look at our situation on research front. I think we all need to work collectively on this issue. So that was part 1 of my presentation. Again, I must say my idea is not to insult anyone. My idea is to present the clear picture in front of learned professors of reputed universities and institutions of this country. Importance of research and innovation. If you are a faculty, if you are an assistant professor, UGC has come out with minimum qualification for appointing teachers. It is also available on UGC website. In 2018, a document has come out. For promotion of teacher under CAS, Career Advancement Scheme, they have decided a few points in research. For example, from level 1 to level 2, you require 40 points in an assessment period. Level 2 to 3, 100 points. Level 3 to 4, 90 points. And level 4 onwards, 120 research points in an assessment period. Have we made awareness sessions for our assistant professors, for our students, for our professors that you need to do research? I have taken a small step in my university. At undergraduate level, I have introduced a course called Introduction to Research Methodology. It's a unique course where a student is not supposed to sit for hall examination of 3 hours, pen and paper kind of examination. No exam, in fact, but a condition that if you are opting, if you are enrolling for Introduction to Research Methodology in your 5th semester, within given time frame, you have to come out with one conference paper, at least one conference paper. And I must share the result, the outcome. Out of 75 students who have enrolled in the first batch, all students have come out with conference paper. And out of 75, at least 15 students have come out with journal papers. And remember, when our students are producing papers, our faculty members are also getting benefit, because ultimately students are being mentored by the faculty members. The only thing is we need to develop that pressure. We need to develop that strategy. We need to mobilize our students. We need to provide excitation to our faculty. And then you can see the result. If I can do, perhaps all my learned colleagues can also do. I hope you are getting my voice and picture.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, increasing the individual's research visibility. Now I'm focusing on a faculty. If I'm a faculty, if I'm an assistant professor of sociology, psychology, arts, commerce, liberal arts, how do I increase the visibility of my research? I have done research, lot of research. I have publications, patents, PhD student, but nobody knows me. I'm from Ahmedabad. Only people around Ahmedabad, they know me. I want people from Karnataka, Kerala, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, Pune, and later on maybe people from US, Canada, New Zealand, South Africa, Singapore. They should know that there is one Dhaval Pujara in Ahmedabad in Institute of Technology, Nirma University. How do I do that? There are tricks, there are techniques. I will recommend to all my young people, young faculty members, that create your video profile that summarizes your research, your achievements, your interests, your publications, your PhD scholars, your patents. Video profile. This is called e-profile. And please upload this e-profile maybe on a social media like LinkedIn, or maybe you can request your director, principal, to give you some space on the university website. All faculty members, they should create their video profile and they should upload on the university website. The second suggestion, upload your profile on academic social networks like academia.edu, ResearchGate, LinkedIn. Number 3, create your Google Scholar profile and make it public. Many of us, in fact, all of us, we have our Google Scholar profile, but we keep it private. Make it public so that everybody can see and they know about your research. This is a popular way to showcase your papers and the citations. If there are faculty members from science and engineering, if you are developing some software, there is a platform called GitHub. It's an open source software hosting platform. You are not supposed to pay anything. If you go and give your software to this platform, indirectly people will come to know about you and your capabilities as a software engineer, as a software faculty. All of us, we developed our PPTs, but there is a trend that we hide our PPTs. We don't share our PPTs with anyone. I have seen faculty members, even they don't share their PPTs with the students. I recommend, this is high time, the time has changed. Share your PPT slides on a platform called SlideShare. SlideShare is a popular free slide hosting service. My vice chancellor jokingly says, Dhaval, if you want to become known forever, even after your death, if you want to become known, then upload all your presentations on SlideShare. People will use it. They will call you, they will write you, they will collaborate with you. Another important suggestion that I would like to give you is publish your work in open access journals. Open access journals are journals which are freely available. There are 2 types of journals. All our learned professors know. One, they are paid journals. I mean, if I'm a subscriber, I have to pay for the license and then only I can get access to the articles. On the other side, now there is a trend worldwide that you put your paper in an open access journal so that more people will be able to read your paper free of cost. If anything is free of cost, definitely people will go and read, and this is how you will get visibility of your work. All researchers have request, get your ORCID ID. ORCID ID is a permanent identifier for a researcher. It's like Aadhaar card of a researcher, Aadhaar number or a number, unique number of a researcher. Every researcher, whether you are a PG student, PhD student, faculty, director, principal, you should have your ORCID number. Whatever research you do, even a small piece of research, make a small video abstract and then make it public. Make it available outside of your field, maybe on your university website. Maybe you can develop your own website. For example, I have given this exercise to all my 75 students that come out with your own website and upload all material, your own material. I am not promoting any kind of plagiarism, but your own research you promote through your own website. And there are websites you can develop freely without paying anything. Another interesting way that I would like to propose, I would like to show, you should track what your colleagues, co-workers are doing. So there are software, there are links, there are websites available through which you can track the research work of your colleagues. In fact, there are platforms where if you set an alarm, if any new paper, any new research will come on that platform, immediately, if you are a member, if you are registered, you will get an alert that on so-and-so website, a piece of research has been uploaded, go and see. For all your research, I have a humble request, make your work permanent and trackable with DOI. DOI is Digital Object Identifiers. See, this is all ICT, this is all technology. And this is simple technology. I am not asking you to enroll for a 2-year, 3-year ICT course. I mean, day in and day out, we are using Google, we are using social media, we are using YouTube. The only thing is, now with a focused approach, we will use technology for our own marketing. And I will say not our own marketing, marketing and visibility of our own research. Another interesting suggestion that I would like to give you, we all publish paper. You all know that these days there are search engines like Google. Now Google will put your paper first or second or third in a search. When I give a search, I give some words, phrases. So Google has its own algorithm. So you want your paper to come first, your paper to appear first in a search list. How can it be possible? It is possible based on your paper title. So I have used a word, make your paper title search engine friendly. I can give a 1-hour talk on search engine friendly paper titles, maybe someday. Include link of your article in your email signature. I think every day you must be sending 30-40 emails to your friends, professionals, clients, customers. Whenever you have your signature, put a link, active link of your article, active link of your video presentation, active link of your PPT. So when people will see your contact details, they may like to open that active link. Upload all your published papers on your institutional websites, but make sure that you are not violating any copyright issues. Always choose well-cited and reputed journals which are listed in Web of Science and Scopus. Another interesting thing that I would like to recommend to my young faculty members, use the same name for all your articles. For example, I'm Dhaval Pujara. So all my articles, as an author, I should write Dhaval Pujara. I can have several options. I can write Pujara D, Pujara Dhaval, D Pujara, D.A. Pujara, Pujara D.A. No. For multiple papers, if you are using multiple names for the same person, you may not get citations. So there is a research on this. You won't believe, worldwide, there are people, they are pursuing their PhD on how to make your research visible. I'm not exaggerating. You can create your blog where you can showcase your research. Also, I will recommend that if some people are raising queries and feedback for your publications, research, even if they are giving you critical feedback, please respond them back. This is a good habit. Make sure your affiliation is correct. Again, there also you can have several affiliations from the same university. For example, I belong to Nirma University. So I may write Nirma University. I may write simply NU. I may write Nirma University of Science and Technology. I may write Institute of Technology, Nirma University. No. There are learned professors and principal attending this conference. I would like to make a humble request. If you can issue a circular in your college that whenever any faculty is publishing a paper, he should use so and so affiliation, so and so name of the university only. Whenever your paper gets published, you can inform your well-wishers, students, friends through WhatsApp. Maybe you can put a status that my paper has got published. You can create your blog. You can make sure of your affiliation that I have already discussed. Now, maybe next 5 to 7 minutes, I'll try to concentrate on increasing the visibility of your college. I can see at least there are a few principals, directors, IQAC coordinators. There are people from statutory bodies. They may be interested in increasing the visibility of a college. So I have a few suggestions, requests for them. Number one, which I have done, and I'm successful in this endeavor, I would like to propose to each one of you. Create institutional research repository. It may be a digital repository where all your research articles, project reports, patents, books, conference publications, speeches delivered by stalwarts who visited your campus, e-content developed by your faculty, students, and scholars, everything on one platform. And it should be made public. Initially, some of you may say, no, we should not make it. There may be proprietary issue, there may be plagiarism issue. But yes, this is a challenging task, but it will give you a lot of visibility. If you take care of no plagiarism, no proprietary issue, and if you make a digital repository of entire research work of your faculty, student, and research scholar and make it public, I think you will get a lot of visibility. Another suggestion that I would like to make, encourage your faculty and students to deposit their research outcomes, their papers, their patents, their articles, their blog details on this institutional repository. Everybody will submit, will deposit, and slowly and gradually. For example, you can have course material. I think you all know MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, has its own open source material, which is available to everyone, every student. Third suggestion that I would like to give, and that I have already done in my institute, that is called research wall. On your institutional website, you can create e-research wall where you would like to display the achievements of your faculty, students, and research scholar. And that should be updated every day. If not every day, at least every week. I will humbly request, if you want to have good visibility of your research, your institutional website should have a lot of content related to research matters. If you want to attract people to your institute for funding, enrolling in research activities, then it is must that your website should contain a lot of information about research, and it should be updated on a regular basis. The next suggestion to all stalwarts, placing photos, small videos of active researchers, including students, for their contribution on the institute website. For example, in your college, in your institute, if there are 3-4 students who are making wonders in innovation ecosystem, then give them some space on your website, because ultimately they will attract many more students. Publishing research bulletin in a soft copy. I mean, whatever suggestions I'm giving, you are not supposed to spend anything. It is free of cost. Even I'm also not charging any consultancy from this. Okay, so what you can do is, maybe you can give this task to some young faculty members and the students, that they should create research bulletin in soft copy, e-copy, and then circulate it through email. I have been doing this. I'm asking for critical suggestions to all my audience, and I'm getting feedback also. Identifying the open access journals and motivating the faculty members and students to publish in such journals. Your librarian can play a vital role in helping the faculty members in identifying the open access journals. Another experiment that I have made during this COVID pandemic, we were passing through a very difficult time where physical meetings were not possible. In last couple of years in my department, I have organized more than 20 national webinars, and majority of them were funded by different agencies, including industries. I'm not exaggerating. In last 2 years, more than 20 national level programs, national level webinars I have organized, and through which I could reach to so many colleges, so many people. And this is how I could attract them to my department, to my facilities, to my faculties, to my students. Another interesting suggestion is disseminating the research outcomes, faculty achievements, your ranking on social media. Perhaps you can hire some people, experts, or maybe you can give this task to some young faculty members, that they should be very, very active on LinkedIn. And through LinkedIn also, they can publicize, they can disseminate the research outcomes. Instructing the faculty members to use the official mail ID for all research related correspondence. For example, if I am a faculty, whenever I will write paper, in my paper, I will write Nirma University mail ID and not my personal mail ID. I mean, this is a very simple step. Or you can ask your faculty members, with your personal mail ID, also put official mail ID. I mean, that will attract the readers, or that will help you in showcasing your research outcomes. That will also make sure that so-and-so faculty is associated with Christo Jayanti College or IIT or NIT or Anna University or Bangalore University or Nirma University. Asking faculty members to have their ORCID ID. Again, I will emphasize on having ORCID ID. Encouraging the faculty members to join social networks. Many senior people, they may not like this, that why we should encourage people to have their presence on social networks. I'm not saying social networks where people are simply gossiping. I'm talking about ResearchGate, academia.edu, and LinkedIn. Inspiring faculty members for offering their services as editors, reviewers to the reputed journals. Another very interesting website that I would like to recommend, Publoans. They give official recognition for your contribution as a reviewer, as an editor. Preparing school or department-wise e-brochure, web page, and highlighting the research facilities and expertise. For example, for my department, I have prepared e-brochure that has all details of facilities, faculty expertise in past, the consultancy projects that I have undertaken, and then what can I offer to the industry? What can I offer to the industry, academia, as far as research is concerned? This is all from my side. I think this is exactly 3 p.m. I think still I have 90 more seconds. So if you have any feedback, feel free to write to me. I love talking to youngsters, faculty friends, academia, industry. If you need my help, I'm always available. You can write to me on dap.nit@gmail.com, or you can write to me on dhaval.pujara@nirmauni.ac.in. Once again, I take this opportunity to give a big thank you to organizers for having such a nice conference. I would have expected more than 100 delegates, but anyway, those who are present, I must say a big thank you to all those who have spared their valuable time and attended my session. If in between, by my words or by my slides, if anyone has hurted from the bottom of my heart, I would like to say sorry. I'm always available. I want to see academia growing. I want to see students growing. And one day, with all our collective efforts, we will be in top 100 as far as research is concerned, as far as ranking is concerned. Thank you so much. Have a great day ahead. I am available for any kind of question answers.
Thank you, sir. I thank Professor Pujara, sir, for elaborating the importance of 4 P's: project, patent, publication, and producing more PhD students, and highlighting the importance of citations. And also, sir explained us how this citations ranking will help us in QS ranking and accreditations. Sir also guided us how to increase individual research visibility and institutional research visibility. It was very much informative, sir. I thank once again Professor Pujara, sir, for guiding us elaborately with how to improve the citation and how it will influence the research visibility. Now we have with us Professor Star Payal and Iyer, Principal R.H. Patel Arts and Commerce College, Ahmedabad, Gujarat, and AICP member. He is into overall development of students' personality and making entire higher education system life-oriented and user-friendly. Sir's punch sentences is, be upayogi rather than yogi. Now, I request Professor Star Payal and sir to deliver the epilogue.
Sir should be unmuted. Kindly unmute Star Payal, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, Pujara sir. It was a wonderful speech given by you, and it was an actually eye-opening session, I can say, because I remember Thomas Gray's lines written in an elegy written in a country churchyard, that full many a flower is born to blush unseen and waste its sweetness on the desert air. It's very famous saying that जो दिखता है वो बिकता है और जंगल में मोर नाचा किसने देखा. So you have to establish yourself. The entire concentration of your speech was so nicely put up on the point that every researcher has to make his research visible. It's very true. I should rather say that 24 years of long experience and having 10 PhD students, Dr. Pujara has held a very perfect mirror to the face of the researcher and has tried to show what are the problems that a researcher faces and what a researcher should do to market his research. As we all know that now NAAC and all other rankings consider the research activity of a college very importantly, and therefore it has to be done. I personally belong to the field of arts, and Pujaraji actually pointed out a point that arts faculty sometimes lack the incentives or maybe proper background or proper atmosphere for research. It's a fact. And Pujara's this one comment on improving the quality of research is very important. I do feel that when we compare our India and Indian higher education institutions with those of the foreign countries, we do feel that we are somewhere lacking in the research. But sir, as a part of my epilogue, I would also like to point out that the mirror that you held was towards the side of the researcher, publisher who wants to show his visibility to others. But I think the lacking is more on the recipient's side. Somehow or the other, our higher education has not yet boosted up the spirit of research as it should be in higher education institutions. You said very nicely that who is Dr. Pujara? I want Pujara to be known all over the world. Sir, it's a sorry fact that though being in Ahmedabad itself, I also did not know you till now. And my son has actually studied civil engineering, BTech in your college. Still, we have never come across each other. So it does happen. It does happen. But this gap has to be filled up by the academic people, and a proper atmosphere for research has to be done. So Pujaraji, your lecture has been very useful, and all those who are really interested in making their research visible must contact you and get hints from your side. Ultimately, what I suggest is that we shall have to increase the thirst of our budding researchers, because the faculties or the students have to be motivated, because whatever visibility you show, it's all like that saying that you can take a horse to the pond but cannot make it drink water. Here the thing is that we have to emphasize upon the horse's capability of drinking water. That tendency has to be developed at the horse's side. If that tendency is developed, once that thirst is found, then a will find its way. So I am very much thankful to Dr. Pujara for his such a knowledgeable speech and so many aspects of this technology and how to make yourself visible. The fresh researchers or all those researchers who have already done ample research in their life will also find a way to make it more marketable, to make it more visible, and to make it more friendly and usable for the researchers. Talking about the ground reality, the fact is that in fine arts, or rather in humanities, so many research theses are simply dumped into the libraries and nobody opens them at all. Maybe that some very worthy research may have gone unnoticed. So to avoid all these follies, we all need to create an atmosphere of research in higher education institutions so that we can again regain the same status as our Takshashila and Nalanda were renowned at world level. If we want to come into the top 100, we have to do it. Thank you, Pujaraji, and thank you, Vishnu Jayanti College also, for giving me this opportunity for participating as an epilogue presenter. I thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your views, observation, and remarks. Respected Professor Dhaval Pujara, sir, and Professor S.N. Iyer, with your permission, participants, if you have any questions regarding today's talk and theme of this session, please raise your hand or share your question in the chat box. Now I invite Professor Madhu Dhruvakumar, Coordinator, Commerce PG, Kristu Jayanti College, to give formal vote of thanks.
Thank you, Madam. Respected Professor Dawal Pujara, Professor and Head, Department of ECE, Institute of Technology, Nirma University, Ahmedabad, Dr. Star Payal N. Iyer, R.H. Patil Arts and Commerce College, Ahmedabad, Gujarat, principals of esteemed institutions, and dear participants, a very good afternoon. Leveraging technology is an essential part of every learning mode. Publication is the beginning of research, impact, and visibility. Thus, research work and knowledge production have lack of visibility and impact strategies. At the individual level, researcher must share the results and disseminate output such as publication, patents, etc., which leads to the need for leveraging technology to raise visibility of the research both at the academic level and at the societal level. At this platform, it gives me immense pleasure to thank our resource person, Professor Dawal Pujara, Professor and Head, Department of ECE, Institute of Technology, Nirma University, Ahmedabad. Professor Dawal Pujara highlighted on 4 P's: project, patent, publication, producing PhD students for the academics to do the research and to showcase that to the world through research visibility using ICT. And Professor Dawal's presentation gave the insight on 3 areas. The first one is importance of research and innovation for higher education institutions for increasing, for accreditation, for ranking, visibility of the institution, future collaboration, external fundings, which is making the research more important globally. And the second area where Sir focused is on increasing the individual research visibility through creating e-profiles and ORCID ID, uploading on social networking, creating Google Scholars profile, sharing research software on GitHub, creating blogs. Sir, with directions from Research Center of our college and support from the management, all the faculties of Kristu Jayanti College have created the research profile for social networking. And the third area which Sir has focused is on increasing the institutional research visibility through creating institutional research repositories, displaying through e-research walls, publishing research bulletins, and making faculties to create research profiles for social networking. Sir, on behalf of AICP, IQAC, and management of Kristu Jayanti College, we thank you for taking up this session and providing insights for the betterment of the researcher and making the session very interesting and informative with case studies and statistical details. Sir, from my personal point, the session was very interesting. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, organizers. Thank you, Professor Starpile Iyer, for wonderful comments.
It gives me immense pleasure to thank Dr. Starpayal N. Iyer at R.H. Patil Arts and Commerce College, Ahmedabad, Gujarat, for giving a key insights on leveraging technology for raising research visibility. And Sir highlighted that every researcher has to make his research visible and stress that to have proper research atmosphere and suggested to increase the trust of the researcher. Thank you, sir, for sharing your knowledge with us and delivering epilogue for this session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
I extend a bouquet of thanks to all the principals of esteemed institution and delegates joining from different parts of India through Zoom and in YouTube Live, and making this conference a grand success with knowledge celebration. Thank you, delegates. Our sincere thanks to Professor Geojoy, Controller of Examination, Kristu Jayanti College, for rendering welcome note to all the delegates. Thank you, sir. I extend my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Mamta, Faculty Coordinator, Mr. Nagendra, Technical Team Member, for smooth conduct of the session. Thank you, teachers. Once again, I thank one and all, and I remain.
Thank you, Madam. Thanks to everyone involved in making this session a resounding success. With your permission, we will end this session.
Yes, thank you, madam. We'll end this session. After that, we'll start the annual general meeting. Okay. So, dear principals, you can come out. Once again, you can enter into the same link. Thank you. Good evening, Father Lijo.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Father.
Shirish sir, audio problem. Okay.
Is it starting? Has Dr. Mali taken over? I don't know.
No.
Okay.
We are waiting, sir.
Okay. Now I can. Yeah, the audio is perfectly okay now.
Yes.
Welcome, Professor R.S. Mali.
Dear participants and delegates, we will shortly start the valediction by 4:30.
Professor R.S. Malik, shall we start? Professor Malik?
Yes, yeah, we can start, no problem.
Father Lijo?
Yes.
Father Lijo?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ma'am, please start. Ma'am, unmute.
Yeah. Sir, am I audible now?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, please proceed.
Yes.
Technology can be the wings that will allow the educational world to fly farther and quicker than ever before, if we could only learn, unlearn, and relearn. Very good evening and warm welcome to all of you to the valedictory session of 23rd Association of Indian College Principals Conference on Leveraging the Technology for Higher Education. Prior welcomes helps us to tap and develop a great potential, strength, and ability which God has stored within each of us. Let us invoke the blessings of the Almighty as the college choir leads us with the invocation song.
What can I give? What can I bring that would be pleasing to my King? I give my heart, not just a part. I'm lifting up my everything, but it's all I have to offer, and it's all I have to give. Two hands and one heart, one life to offer you. Two hands and one heart, that's what I give to you. Use me today, I know you can. Lord, I surrender to your plan. You made this heart, you made these hands. Take me and use me as I am. But it's all I have to offer, and it's all I have to give. Two hands and one heart, one life to offer you. Two hands and one heart, that's what I give to you. Two hands and one heart, one life to offer you. Two hands and one heart, that's what I give to you. That's what I give to
Thank you. A warm and sincere welcome gives every human a sense of caring and make people feel appreciated. I invite Dr. Callistus Jude, Dean, Faculty of Sciences, Christu Jayanti College, to deliver the welcome address.
A very good evening to Professor R.S. Mali, the chief guest for the valedictory ceremony, Father Lijo B. Thomas, Sri Subhash Brahmbat, past President AICP, Dr. Sanjay Vakil, Secretary General AICP, Honorable Office Bearers of the AICP, delegation of principals, Director, Associate Director, and members of the IQAC of Krishna Jayanti College, deans, heads of the departments, coordinators, and faculty members. Education today has become competitive, and so are the educational institutions. In order to survive the competition, institutions have to improve the quality of their services. Changes in culture, aspiration, and levels of skills required in securing employment for students force higher education institutions today to rework on their educational models and add value to each and every aspect of their service. Technology integration, innovation, and best practices serve to enhance quality and add value. As we come to the closure of the 23rd Association of Indian College Principals Conference on leveraging the technology for education, organized jointly by AICP and Krishna Jayanti College Autonomous Bengaluru, we sincerely hope that the deliberations at this conference will facilitate self-reflection on whether the learning needs of the students are met with a constantly changing world and the need to deal with the immediate while remaining focused on the future. And we deem it a privilege to welcome the dignitaries to the valedictory ceremony of this conference. On this auspicious occasion, it is an honor that we have as the chief guest, Professor R.S. Mali, former Vice Chancellor, Kavitri Bhainabai Chowdhury, North Maharashtra University, a person of deep wisdom and vast experience, a meticulous administrator and educationist. Dear sir, on behalf of the AICP and the management and academic fraternity of Krishna Jayanti College and the delegates of the conference, we wholeheartedly welcome you. A thoughtful and committed person is Father Lijo B. Thomas, the financial administrator of Krishna Jayanti College Autonomous Bengaluru. He has been making the best choices and always strives to make Krishna Jayanti College a world-class educational institution. We are honored to welcome you, Father. With immense pleasure, we welcome the honorable executive members, the animators of AICP, Dr. Mahajan, President AICP, Dr. Sanjay Vakil, Secretary General AICP, Sri V.R. Shigurkar, Chairman AICP, Sri Shirish V. Chindale, Executive Convener AICP, Sri Subhash Brahmbat, Past President AICP, and Sri Ashok Desai, the incoming President AICP. On behalf of AICP and Krishna Jayanti College, we wholeheartedly welcome you, dear Principal. Dr. Aloysius Edward, Dean, Faculty of Commerce and Management, and the Director of the IQAC, and Professor Ramya B., Associate Director, IQAC, Krishna Jayanti College, are persons of prodigious action, commitment, and determination. Together with Professor Baba Nyanakumar and the team of faculty members of the IQAC of Krishna Jayanti College, they have meticulously planned the proceedings of this conference. A hearty welcome to you, dear Dr. Edward, Ramya ma'am, Professor Baba Nyanakumar, and members of the IQAC. We are sure this conference provided the opportunity to form productive collaborations and lasting friendships with like-minded academics, and will encourage the formation of new working relationships and ideas. On behalf of AICP and Krishna Jayanti College, we extend a hearty welcome to the esteemed conference delegates. The inspiration, motivation, and skills of the faculty members who bring tremendous amount of ability and commitment have been conducive to change and innovation in students. A warm welcome to the deans, the heads of the departments, coordinators, faculty members, and administrative staff of Krishna Jayanti College. We sincerely hope this conference brought about interesting and fruitful discussions and a new impetus for our journey forward. Welcoming one and all once again.
Thank you, Jude, sir. Dr. Callistus Jude, the Dean of Faculty of Sciences, always with his effective leadership and earnest enthusiasm, has always kindled a great deal of energy in all our endeavors. On behalf of everyone, I welcome you, sir. I'm sure that the conference provided a platform to plunge in powerful ideas, listen to inspirational speakers on various aspects of technology in educational sector, and connect with authorities of higher education at various levels, administrators and principals of various institutions, sharing the best practices across the country to embrace the technology and race ahead. I now request Ms. Ramya B., Associate Director, Internal Quality Assurance Cell, Krishna Jayanti College, and the convener of the conference to present a report of the two-day conference.
Respected dignitaries, good afternoon. On behalf of the conference organizers, it is my privilege to present the report of the two-day conference. We had witnessed 5 keynote sessions, 6 plenary sessions, 2 case study sessions, as well as several presentations that were made throughout 2 days. So the inaugural session of the 23rd Association of Indian College Principals Conference on leveraging the technology for higher education witnessed participation of 136 delegates that included 89 principals and senior academicians from different parts of India. In the welcome address by Father Dr. Augustine George, Principal, Christu Jayanti College, he motivated the educationists to adapt according to the changing times and explore ways to use digital technology for the better future of the country. In the prelude note by Dr. Aloysius Edward, Director, IQAC, Christu Jayanti College, stated that technology has facilitated learning at any time with customized or personalized learning options through the support of edutech apps and educational startups. The role of the teachers will be facilitators and curators in the future, and the educational institution should be ready to opt for blended learning, which gives significance to both offline and online learning. The inaugural address was given by Shri Pradeep P. IAS, Commissioner, Department of Higher and Technical Education, Government of Karnataka, provided an overview of digital learning initiatives taken in the Karnataka state, like implementation of Karnataka Learning Management System and providing of 10-inch tablets to students for improving access to education to bridge the digital divide between those studying in government institutions and otherwise during the pandemic period. Professor Ved Prakash, former chairman UGC New Delhi, in his keynote address, stated the importance of quality of education that contributes towards national competitiveness. Global workforce expects changes in education, and institutions should be responsive towards changing market demands. He reminded gently the higher educationists about the 3 challenges that are barely addressed so far. Alignment of our UG and PG programs with the market force and need, to what extent the higher education institutions are creating new knowledge, and to what degree we are giving futuristic orientation to our programs, addressing needs such as sustainable development, renewable energy, and other such causes. He stated curriculum has to be redesigned for the effective delivery in the online mode. In the felicitation address, R.K. Mahajan, AICP President, envisaged that higher education institutions should focus on accessible and affordable education so the students will be equipped with high quality degree and credentials to lead their life well and to contribute towards the society and the global workforce. Dr. Sanjay M. Vakil, Secretary General of AICP, has mentioned that education institutions should see the students as the future workforce and should enable them, equip them to face the challenges in the corporate world of future. Dr. Ashok M. Desai, Vice President of AICP, delivered the vote of thanks and also pointed out technology is a tool that should be and must be used for enhancing quality education. In the first keynote session, Challenges in Higher Education, Issues and Probable Solutions, Professor R. Mahesh, Professor of Pharmacy Department, Birla Institute of Technology, Pilani Campus, said that technology in education enable immersive learning, improve accessibility, enhance personalized educational experience, blended learning environment, and better engagement of learners. His suggestions were to develop a portal where lectures are always available, periodic curriculum review and changes, and adapt changes in order to sustain like flip mode of continuing education. In the epilogue provided by Principal Ali Iman Khan from Vinoba Bhave University, he commented that in addition to government allocations, institutions should find independent sources of funds for higher education. He also stated that main thrust should be towards lifelong learning. In the second keynote session, Education in the Digital Era, Shri Arvind Srinivas, Board of IT Education Standards, spoke about 4 main perspectives of digital era: background of digital era, abilities, promoters and inhibitors, and educational dimensions. According to him, digital campus will help in communicating better, reducing paperwork, provide a mobile-friendly, fast-loading, secure online experience to users. Mr. Arvind spoke about 6 dimensions of education that can be applied in all educational institutions. He recommended 2 HEIs to connect, change, and collaborate. Connect, collaborate, and change as well. So in the epilogue provided by Principal Ajay Gore, remarked that COVID scenario has propelled the education sector towards digitization and resistance to technology has reduced. We need to keep with the momentum and keep the change going. In the 6 parallel sessions conducted in the afternoon, case studies and papers were presented by 19 principals and academicians. They were well received under the guidance of august body of principals, members, executive members of AICP. The majority of participants perceived that technology was effective in fostering discussion, collaboration, and interaction, but one must not forget that learner experience or direct experience with these students. So they also suggested for experiential learning methods and support higher educational institutions. On day 2, March 26, 22, in the panel discussions of perspectives of technology use for higher education, Chairperson Dr. C. Veerabahu had presided the session. The panel members, Dr. Smita, Member Executive Committee, Dr. Neena Seth Pajdi, Principal, Dr. Karunakaran, CEO, Hindustan Education Institutions, Coimbatore, highlighted in their discussion how the higher education institutions have invested and purchased extensive amount of hardware and software. They have also set up broadband access, and they're also now focusing on training teachers on how to use technology, especially that happened during and after the pandemic period. We need to have digital readiness to have digital transformation. So this discussion proposed holistic framework for technology usage in bettering the teaching and learning process in higher education. Challenges were mentioned, such as implementation of AI, excessive screen time, content formation, and cost as well. So it was indeed a fruitful panel discussion. On the keynote session 3, technological initiatives in higher education by Government of Karnataka, Dr. Bhagyavana S., Special Officer of E-Governance, State Nodal Officer of RUSA and Aisha Director, Department of Higher Education, expressed in detail how Karnataka is truly the digital hub of India, and Higher Education Department has a clear policy to transform administration and academy into clear-cut digital platform. Sir explained in detail the various initiatives undertaken so that the government-run institutions can also enable students to pursue education anytime and anywhere. To bridge the digital divide, the government of Karnataka is indeed doing numerous effective measures which are going to be role model for many other states to adapt. We also had heard in the keynote session 4, leveraging technology for raising the research visibility from Professor Dhaval Pujara, Professor and Head, Department of ECE, Institute of Technology, Nirma University. He spoke about a need for raising the research visibility of an institution because dissemination of research findings brings in new knowledge to the external world, helps in accreditation and ranking. It also creates a brand name, visibility, fame for the institute, and it of course opens up collaboration with a lot of R&D organizations, industries, and attracts fund. So he encouraged the faculty members to concentrate on 4 P's: publications, projects, patents, and project students provided valuable tips for increasing the individual's research visibility. The epilogue was provided by Dr. Star Payalaya, a principal of R.H. Patel Arts and Commerce College, where he compared us with foreign institutions. Sir rightly said it looked like there is a lacuna in research, but It is necessary for each and every one of us not to focus or compare with foreign institutions, but work on the quality of research output and motivate youngsters towards research. So indeed, this was also a great fruitful session. The valedictory address, of course, is going to be provided by Professor R.S. Mali, and we are looking forward to it. So to conclude, as I may say, after several areas of deliberation and understanding, in the 2-day of AICP conference, I would like to conclude the outcomes of the 2-day programs were, number 1, technology has the potential to help, understand, and respond to student needs better. Number 2, the educationists need a holistic framework in adopting technology-based teaching learning process, which is vital call or siren call for today. To narrow, number 3, to narrow challenges of access, equity, and quality, we need to have more private-public partnerships. So every private education institution may partner with a public institution, and simultaneous action can also be done by government-run institutions. Number 4, suggestion by Professor Ved Prakash, former chairman of UGC. He asked education institution to approach with 3 dimensions. Number 1, keep in touch with the market, provide hands-on training to students. Secondly, focus on cognitive scientific research groups, keep in touch with the real life, philosophical and social approach, generate new knowledge. Number 3, create futuristic orientation so that we are not caught unaware. We need to be prepared for the next trends that are emerging. So the 2-day deliberations have given a lot to think about for higher education providers, for principals of various colleges all over India to think about technology as an engaging and empowering learning agent. So thank you for the opportunity given.
Thank you, Madam, for that elaborative report capturing the key resolutions and consensus outcome of the 2-day conference. Thank you, ma'am. The perfect educationist can enthuse confidence, ignite the imagination, and inculcate a love for teaching and learning in humans at all times. Today, we are fortunate to have one such passionate and enthusiastic academician, Professor R.S. Mali, former Vice Chancellor of XXIII Bahinabai Chaudhary North Maharashtra University, as our chief guest for the day. I take it as my privilege to introduce the chief guest to the delegates. Professor R.S. Mali, during his tenure as Vice Chancellor at XXIII Bahinabai Chaudhary North Maharashtra University, has elevated the university to the highest academic level by strengthening the infrastructural facilities, introducing several student and teacher welfare schemes, and improving the quality of academic and research activities. Professor Mali, after his post-graduation in Jalgaon, completed his doctoral studies and started his teaching career in Department of Chemistry of Savitribai Phule Pune University in 1973. Sir served as a professor of organic chemistry, head of chemistry department, acting dean of science faculty in the university. Also, he had been a visiting fellow at the prestigious Swiss Federal Institute of Technology at Zurich, Switzerland. Professor R.S. Mali, with a rich teaching cum research experience of more than 4 decades, has more than 130 publications in national and international journals to his credit. Professor has worked on various academic bodies of Savitribai Phule Pune University and other universities, and was also nominated as a chairman of several committees by the government of Maharashtra. Dr. Mali has served as a chairperson of NAC peer team, and his team members have assessed and accredited more than 70 colleges and universities all over India. Serve as a visitors nominee and member and chairman of search committees for recommending names of suitable persons to Honorable Visitor, President of India of the Central University, and to Honorable Governor and Chancellor of State Universities and Private Universities for appointing the Vice Chancellors. Sir was a recipient of the Best Teacher Award of Pune Municipal Corporation, Principal V.K. Jog Award, and Lifetime Achievement Award from Savitribai Phule Pune University. Sir has also received Dr. R.C. Shah Memorial Award from Mumbai University in 2005, Namdar Gopal Krishna के लिए Maharashtra Award in 2017 from Maharashtra Council of Educational Administration and Management for his contribution in teaching, research, and quality enhancement of higher educational institutions, both at state and national level. Sir is a member of Royal Society of Chemistry, London, life member, Maharashtra Association for Cultivation of Science, and fellow of Maharashtra Academy of Sciences. Professor Mali is currently serving as a mentor of IQAC of Savitribai Phule Pune University. Sir, your laurels and awards speak volumes, and we are eagerly waiting to hear from you. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Friends, at the outset, I would like to thank the organizers of this national conference, Father Dr. Augustine George, Principal of Christi Jayanti Autonomous College, Dr. Edward, Director of IQAC, Principal Dr. V.R. Shirgurkar, Chairman of Executive Council of the Association, Principal Dr. Chindade, Dr. Baba Jnankumar, Dr. Callistus Jude, Dean Science Faculty, Dr. Ramay Abi, Associate Director IQAC, Reverend Father Thomas, Financial Administrator, Principal Subhash Brahmapad, Dr. Sanjay Vakil, Secretary General of the Association. Friends, I feel really very happy that I got the opportunity to share my views on this topic which you have discussed now, leveraging technology in higher education. Friends, it's a very nice topic which you have selected because nowadays all people are facing problem regarding the current developments in science and technology or ICT methods using in teaching, research and extension activity. Friends, I am aware of the activities of the association because the chairman, Principal V.R. Shirgurkar, he is a very close friend of mine and we are together since last almost 20 years and we are actively engaged in several academic activities at various university level and college levels and other places also. Friends, not only the executive council member, but I am aware of several other members of the association because I have visited some colleges and institutes at national level where they were working as a principal. That was especially in connection of NAC peer team. For example, Principal Sen Godan I had visited Coimbatore for NAC Academy, say, peer team member or chairman of that committee. So like that, I have visited several other places also. I am very happy about the activities carried out by the association because since its establishment in 1997-98, they are doing very good job because especially what is necessary, there are several organizations at national level, maybe at state level also different organizations at principals forums are there, then teachers forums are there and they are actively engaged. But you see, especially I have observed that wherever these organizations are there, especially for teachers organization at state level or university level, they come together mainly when there is crisis about payment, crisis about their accreditation and other things also. But this principal association, here it is one, they are actively engaged in improving the quality at national level in these affiliated colleges and recognized institutions also. It is really appreciable. And if you see that since the establishment, this is the 23rd conference they have organized and that reflects that every time they are selecting some good theme to be discussed in the principals forum and these conferences also. Secondly, I was very happy to go through the prospectus which was submitted for this conference and that is regarding the information of Christi Jayanti College. I was very happy because then it was mentioned that it is established in 1999 and at that time there were only 9 students and 1 program. But if you see the progress, right now there are more than 9,000 students and 55 undergraduate programs. It has got autonomy in 2013 and so. These are really appreciable. So the point in this case is, as government is thinking of having one model institution in each district, your institution is better than whatever model institution they are having, government is having in mind. So friend, in this new national education policy, they are thinking of converting the existing affiliated colleges and the recognized institutions into multidisciplinary institutions. And their aim is to have one multidisciplinary institution should have minimum or more than 3,000 students. But your college currently they are having more than 9,000 students. So therefore, what else you need? Secondly, the activities the college you are carrying out, and that created a good atmosphere, not only at Karnataka state, but even at national level also. I have seen, because I am aware of the NAC activities and the NAC accreditation process. So right now also you have mentioned that your institution at third cycle, it has been accredited at A++ level and the CGPA is 3.78. It is really a very good achievement, because in say last 23 years or so, if such achievement is there, then why other colleges which are established say 100 years old and other one also, why they are facing problem? Because there are not many colleges which are having such higher grade. You have correctly mentioned that yours is the first college which is having such higher grade, because recently, along with this in 2021, there was one college from Kerala, it has got 3.83. That may be the highest grade for national level also. In Maharashtra, there are some two colleges which have got 3.79. So like that, there are very few colleges which has got the CGPA more than 3.75. And even if you look at it, even autonomous colleges are facing problem to retain their grades also. So your achievement is really very remarkable, and I congratulate the principal, the director of IQAC, all the teaching and non-teaching staff, because unless their effort, it is difficult to collect the information and put it properly in the SSR so that you can get the correct grade. So friend, this is an advice to all principals also who are participating in this conference also, that how you can achieve higher grade, because it reflects in your achievements also. So your achievement, it should be properly put, and your planning, because now in new education policy also they said that you have to plan future plans also for 5 years and what are the activities. In fact, you might have planned every 5 years also your activities, and you have achieved your success during each 5 years your plan and other one, and therefore it is reflected. So friend, so therefore the other thing is, because for academic development and achieving quality at institutional level, it depends upon the stakeholders, and the first one is the management. If management is very cooperative, management is very helpful, management is having a right vision and mission, then only we can achieve right success for our educational institutions also. So friend, your CM, my father, they are doing really very well. I am extremely happy, because now the management is running some 60 degree colleges, 750 schools, 2 medical colleges and 1 deemed university. I was fortunate enough to visit your deemed university also in connection with delivering some lecture in some conference regarding higher education also. And I had seen their infrastructural facilities, the buildings and the programs they are conducting, the number of students, number of faculty also. But when I saw the NAC grade, I think it is A grade and 3.26 or 25. That, yeah, 25. So therefore, it feels in our mind, because why we did not get proper grade for that institution. So therefore, we have to think over it, whether we made a mistake in submitting our data or other things also, so that our grade can be increased. So friend, I am really very happy that the principals, large number of principals, because I had joined your inaugural session also, and during that inaugural session, the number of participants was about 260. So that was reasonably a very high number. So that indicates that the principals, the teachers, the administration, the academicians, they are interested in improving the quality and the efforts also. So therefore, in this conference, I hope they have got everything, and for this one also. So this number I have seen, Madam has now explained about the report of the conference also, and she put it very nicely, because in this case what has happened is the themes also you had selected properly. the theme was, say, education in digital era, then digital education ecosystem in education and other. So all these 6-7 themes which you have identified, and you have got very good support. And in fact, you have got such a good support or contribution from participants also, that you had to split your paper presentations in about 5 different parallel sessions. So that again indicates that still people are interested. Only thing is we have to guide them properly. What should be the standard? What is expected in research? What is expected in this digital era, online education, e-learning, and all these things also. Leveraging technology for raising the research visibility, because you might have seen large number of colleges are there, but they are reluctant to initiate the research activity or to strengthen the research activity. There are several difficulties also, because in this case, we will have to see what are the difficulties, what are their problems and other ones also, and how we can help them in solving their problems, and we can come up to the standard. So friends, when the conferences, seminar, workshops, or even faculty development programs are organized for maybe young teachers or students or for principals also, because principal, they are in say higher level, because in principals also what we expect is they are the leaders of the institution. So at each stage, we expect something from students, we expect something from different thing from the teacher, then heads of the institution, maybe principals or directors also. So at each stage, it will be useful for them. So when we organize the conferences, what are the aims or what is the purpose of organizing this conference? Mainly, it is to provide opportunities to the students and to teachers to present their research findings also, or if they have some new ideas, they can explain the new ideas, especially regarding the e-learning or contribution for the digital era and other one. If you have developed some other things also, that will be useful, so they can discuss it. Second is also that raising research visibility, as we have seen. So there also, for research visibility, quality of research, first thing is, when you want to start a research, initially nobody will provide you some funds for starting the research. So therefore, it is the responsibility of the management, maybe a college management or the university, they have to provide the seed money to the teachers, young teachers, so that they can initiate the research activity. Then only they can submit the research proposal based on their achievement, so that they can get funds from any other government or non-government funding agencies, and they can start it. Another purpose in this, the participants who are participating, maybe now this online or even in offline it was better, because when the participants were participating in seminar, conferences, workshop, they were getting the opportunity to interact with the distinguished persons in their field. And what was happening is, when you are involved in research and academic activities also, if you have any problem or any difficulties, it was possible for the participant to discuss with them. Especially in case of research also, if the participants are having any problem, they can discuss with them. And other thing is, these distinguished personalities are having a good stature at national level. They are there in several funding committees and other things also. So they were helping these participants how to submit the research proposal for generating funds and other things also. So like that, these are the advantages of this thing. And the students and the teachers, young faculty also, they get this and they can solve. Only thing is, when you want to have your research activities regarding this, we will have to have. Nowadays, what happens is, on this digital era, previously it was very difficult to collect literature survey, but now it is very easy. You can have Google search and other one also. You get all the information regarding your topic. If you want to have some information regarding somebody else, if somebody else has worked in this topic, you can get the correct information, so that you can modify your research topic, or you can enhance the quality of your research in this case also. So therefore, the topics which were selected for this one, it was good. So online education, digital education, e-learning, and then it was nicely put by our director IQAC that here, that synchronous, asynchronous methods, what are available and how you can make use of this, because in synchronous and asynchronous, both we will have to have, and we have to complete this one. Second thing is, this is the purpose of organizing seminar, workshops also, but what are the expectations? Expectation from the participant. if the participant, because when the organizers are taking keen interest, if they are providing all the facilities, they are arranging keynote addresses, or they are providing some special lectures on different topics which are relevant to their topic and other one, so it is expected that the participant, they should take keen interest, and they should not just for the sake of attending the conference, they should not attend it, because we have seen that in several places what happens is they are interested only in certificates, and that is useful for them in their CAS, career advancement program. That should not be the method, otherwise it will be difficult for any institution or even for individual also to achieve the quality in research. Second thing is the participant should give their presentation, because once they join, for example, now in this conference here, I have told you that, and Madam has also mentioned that participation of about 136 principals was there. So therefore the principals, whatever they have learned, whatever they have understood regarding this digital education and other one, they should discuss with their faculty members so that they will feel confident, because otherwise what happens is people are having some fear in their mind how to use this digital education or all these things also, so that the proper message should go, and then only the purpose of achieving the standard in this case it will be used. When the principals, they participate, another thing is, as a principal, head of the institution, they have to motivate the teachers also, because if you see that if there are say 50 teachers in your college, and if you feel that only say 15 teachers they are doing well, the others are not using their say digital education and other one also, or e-learning methods, or they are not preparing, they are not using ICT methods also, but you will have to take them in confidence also, so that you have to boost up their moral and they can use it, so that they will feel very friendly and they can use it. So like that, the principal should identify. Another thing is, now 136 principal, they are again from different institutions, from different places in different states also. And now NAC expect that you should have some collaboration. Now with your mutual understanding, you can have some collaboration. If some colleges there which are having research activity, like whatever you are doing in some, whatever subject, botany, zoology, physics, chemistry, or other one, or in social sciences, you can have collaborations with them so that it will be helpful for both of them. So therefore, collaboration, that is again another expectation from the principals also. So frame, with this one, the principal, if they make it mandatory that all the teachers, if they use this ICT method and digital learning, e-learning in education, teaching, learning, evaluation, it will be very good. Because now what is expected is there will be more emphasis on online teaching, because now UGC and central government, they are insisting that we should follow all these things, because they are insisting that our gross enrollment ratio, which is now 27.1, it should go to about 50 by 2035. So if this is so, it will not possible if you do not have this digital learning or this online or ODL system. So therefore government is planning to have the digital university and open distance learning is also, and then emphasis they are providing on this also. Second thing is, now government is planning to allow about 900 autonomous colleges to offer online degree education. So therefore, if you want to have this online, and what is mentioned in the guidelines, there is the eligibility criteria they have described there, and they have mentioned that the college, autonomous college, under NIRF ranking, it has come twice in first 100 in subject ranking. That is one criteria. Second thing is that college should have A+ grade. But now you will be surprised that now in India, we have 42,343 colleges. And out of this, more than say 40,000 colleges, only 8,500 colleges are NAC accredited. And out of this, only 850, now it might have gone up to 900. So 850 or 900 institutions are autonomous. So therefore, if you use the other criteria, say twice under NIRF ranking and A+ grade, then it will come to about 100 or not more than 200 colleges. So like that, because out of 900 colleges, I have seen because now, say up to that NAC SSR guidelines before July 2017, they were not showing NAC accreditation separately for autonomous colleges. But since after that July 2017, and at that time also, if you look at it, that autonomous colleges or our regular colleges also, they were facing problem, because before July 2017, about 21% colleges, they were getting A grade. After July 2017, it had gone down to 12%. But now, after the suggestions of, say, stakeholders, maybe teachers, non-teaching staff, management, and other one, they have given some suggestions to NAC, and they had revised the SSR guideline, that framework, in December 19, which is implemented from January 2020. And since that time, again, there is improvement. And now, about 22% colleges, they are getting A grade. Autonomous institutions I have seen, say up till now, say after that 2018, say 169 autonomous colleges have been accredited, 163, and out of that only 69 colleges, they have got A grade. So therefore again it will be having a problem if you want to identify the colleges for online degree program. So therefore here, so the point of our organization of this program and other one, we have to motivate, we have to tell teachers also that once you use all these facilities, it will be easy to improve your grade also. It will be easy to improve your teaching, research, extension activities, so that it will be beneficial. And the teachers also should feel happy, because every time I tell them, for example, now all the, say principal or the management, then IQAC coordinator, joint coordinator, and the other teacher, they feel happy that, okay, when I was, say, director or I was associate director, at that time we got A double plus grade and it was 3.78. It's a pleasure throughout our life. So like that, we should advise our teachers and other principals and other things also, so that they will be motivated and you can have it. So friend, regarding this online education, online system, we have seen through the experience also, because before COVID, the situation was different. And before COVID, most of the teachers, they were not using any online method. And there was a question in NAC, that SSR framework, how many teachers, what is the percentage of teachers, they are using ICT methods? And people, they were finding it very difficult what to mention, whether 40%, 50%. But if we mention 50%, really if they ask something, so what they were having some PowerPoint presentation, maybe in CD or in pen drive. So that was the thing. But in addition to that, online education means several things. You can use it properly and that you can have. But what is happening is, say from March 2020, when the examinations were conducted, because up to say February, because up to February, most of the teaching work was over from 1920 academic year. But still, they said that how to conduct the examination, there was no alternative but to conduct the examination in online mode. Students and even the teachers were reluctant how to conduct in online mode. Then the information was collected whether all the students, they were having the gadgets or mobiles or laptop and computers with them, whether they will be able. Then there was mock examination. The students, they appeared in almost in all universities. Then what is the output? The student, when they were reluctant, because they were afraid whether they will get reasonably good marks in online examination or there will be a failure, more percentage of failure or other one. But when the results were declared for 2020 examination at all India level, the results were more than 90% in several cases, because now, as I told, I have seen in some universities, they have a practice to identify best college in the university, maybe one from rural area, urban area, and other one also. When I visited the colleges also, and I have noticed that during last 3 years, the results were more than 98, 90% and like that. And here, the number of students getting higher grade, that was also more than 80%. And now, if you find the student, now there is a great demand from the students also. For this 22 examination, they want that the examination should be online only, not offline. But here then we have to sing, because now we have organized this program leveraging technology in higher education, and there you have mentioned it should be used for not only for teaching, research, extension, but even for evaluation. Evaluation is your internal evaluation also. So in internal evaluation also, it depends upon the teacher, because they said that multiple choice questions also it is easy. But multiple choice question, if you have said the question, multiple choice question very easy, naturally everybody will answer, and therefore all students, they will get 100% mark. So therefore it depends upon the teacher also. You set a question paper up to, it was all right, say 2020, 2021, but now 2022, you should be very strict. Now you have got sufficient time. Your standard of question paper should be such that 50% multiple choice questions should be reasonably easy, so that almost 50% students, they should be able to answer it. Next 30% should be higher side, so that maybe only 20% student they should get, and the topmost category above 80%, there should be about 10% or so. So like that, it depends upon this. So therefore, if you prepare your questions nicely, and maybe computer will help you, because if you prepare only 100 questions, multiple choice, and then you can scramble it, and then you can use the same 100 question, maybe there will not be in copying, because one set will be different than the other, next student and third students also. So like that, only thing is proper precaution. And if you prepare a question bank, that will be very nice. So therefore, this online education, if you really take it properly, then it will be really useful. Friends, only one thing I would like to have, because this online education you will have to use now all the principals, because this conference is mainly for principals also. Now they will have to implement national education policy. And the first thing is that consolidation of institutions into multidisciplinary institutions having degree awarding status. As per National Education Policy 2020, there will be only 3 types of institution. Say teaching intensive university, research intensive university, and all others will be multidisciplinary institutions having degree awarding status. So in that case, what will be the framework, or how to identify these universities also are the multidisciplinary institution? I told you that your Sujanti College, that will be the first type. If you want that multidisciplinary institution, immediately government will be happy to give you that status. If you want that you are interested in deemed university, immediately you will get the status of deemed university also, because you have very good achievement. But for the others also, the problems are, as I have told you, that 42,343 colleges at national level, but out of them, about 60% colleges are in rural area. They are facing problems. So therefore, their NAC gradation, NAC accreditation itself, it is very difficult. And then to increase the number of NAC accredited colleges, now UGC has some plan in 2019, that Paramar scheme they had introduced, and they have identified some colleges as mentors, the colleges and universities having A+ grade and other ones. So like that, here this is one, and second is now that PAC scheme. You are aware, I have seen the news items, your registrar and your other teachers also, they have mentioned, they have contributed for this also. So friend, this one will happen, and we will have to have. So this identification, because if the college, it's for multidisciplinary, you should have multi-faculty, multidisciplinary, multi-subjects and other one, and minimum 3,000 students. So for that purpose, what we'll have to have, you will have to merge 2, 3, you have to form the cluster. And for formation of the cluster, whether the colleges forming cluster, whether all should be NAC accredited, or one should be NAC accredited or autonomous, that only thing is. But in this case, so therefore, this principal who have participated, they will have to see, they will have to form a cluster. If you want to form a clusters of 4 or 5 colleges, if all the 4 or 5 colleges are managed by the same institution, there is no big difficulty. But if it is managed by different institution, it may create some problem. So like that, friends, if you have all these things, and if you do all this, you will have to have. So this topic which you have selected, that will be really useful for the teacher, the principal also, for improving their NAC grade. Because if you look at this, there also it is there, the status of automation in examination system, your examination in the department. So therefore, here, this knowledge, whatever they have gained through this conference, they can modify, they can revise, they can improve their infrastructural facilities in examination, starting from collecting examination form, then registration, hall ticket or everything also. The teacher, how many teachers are involved? They have developed e-content, say PG Pathshala, Swayam, MOOCs or NAPTEL and other one. If you have not, you have to do it. And as I have told you that the principal, they will have to motivate, they will have to create confidence in their teachers and you will have to have. So like that, if all the teachers, they take these things very seriously, it will not be difficult for them to achieve quality in their institution and it will be easy for them to implement this national education policy also. So you will have. So friends, I thank you. I thank again the organizers for inviting me and giving me the opportunity to share my views regarding this topic and other one. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Your words of appreciation, importance of conference as this, role of principals in digital era with implementing the NEP, the necessity of collaborations, accreditations to remain competitive together with a reminder that the technology in the hands of great educators for the academic activities only can bring about transformation in our journey towards excellence in quality education. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
It is with great honor we present to you the Green Certificate in recognition of your significant contributions to the quality factor of higher educational institutions through various pedagogical approaches.
Thank you.
A sapling by name Cissus quadrangularis has been planted in your name in Christogenty College. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Yeah.
Humans who work regularly in a systematic and disciplined manner produces a quality service, never feeling tired or overworked. We have with us the past president of the Association of Indian College Principals, Dr. Subhash Brahmapat, principal of Shayat University, who is one such person. Sir, I kindly request you to present the felicitation address. Over to you, Dr. Subhash, sir.
माइक पे वीडियो आएगी देखा जाए. Hello.
Sir,
Are you getting
you're
me?
audible. Yeah, you're audible, sir.
Oh yes, right. I'm delighted to be here because Baba has organized this conference in very meticulous manner, and for the first time, very hectic schedule and qualitative papers have been presented in the online conference. So I'm really very glad that your college has performed very well. All your colleagues has worked very hard, and the eminent speaker in the opening ceremony and even afterwards, and our chairperson, Shri Shigurkar sir, has also joined all the time. So really, Baba, I appreciate your efforts, your team, your college principals, and everybody has worked like anything. So I have no words, very frankly speaking. But AICP, at the end of the 24 years, the way it has been shaped up, all credit goes to the founder members like Dr. Shigurkar, Dr. Chindade, and Palsodkar and Ramchandram and all those persons. They have worked very hard, and that's why the AICP has taken a shape. Now, when we are completing Silver Jubilee, from the same year, we have to reshape the whole organization. And since long, I had discussed number of times with the Shigurkar sir that each and every state must have the state body of AICP. And every state, every year, at least once, there should be regional conference of AICP. So we can have a good connectivity with all the staff members all the life members of the, and we can establish in. So I request the executive committee members that now it work very hard so far as the celebration of Silver Jubilee is concerned. And I think AICP has to function in such a way, and all executive members has to work very hard. Because if you look at the total number of executive committee, you will see from each and every state almost we have covered the different representation. And in this representative members, actually they have to work very hard in their own region. And what are the local issues pertaining to higher education? That should be highlighted, that should be discussed. And if we put it at the national level, certain things, so we will be a very powerful body so far as the education policy is concerned, MHRD is concerned, and UGC, every time they have to take all of us in confidence. So I'm highly obliged that Baba has organized this conference, and this is the right time when Shigurkar sir and Chindre sir are our mentor. They are with us. So we should take their advice. We should take the maximum advantage of brainstorming people. And I think we should reshape the AICP. And this is high time to do it so. So thank you very much, Baba. And I'm highly obliged that AICP has taken a good shape during this conference and good number of participation. On the opening ceremony, I have seen 265 participants were there in opening ceremony. And even just now also, 188 members are present at this ceremony. So I'm very happy that because of the efforts of the Christu Jayanti College and this Bangalore College has worked very hard. And really, I'm highly obliged. I'm one of the trustees of the AICP, and Shigurkar sir, our mentor, is there. So at this age, even he is guiding us like anything. And anytime he is available, as and when we call him, we seek his advice. He is always there. So that is the great thing. Chindre sir and Shigurkar sir are always with us. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to speak few words. Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, sir. Financial management is at the heart of any business, an area that can help in driving the institution forward. Christu Jayanti College is doubly blessed to have Father Lijo P. Thomas, an efficient financial administrator, to drive the organization in normal times and in extraordinary times such as now. Father, I invite you to deliver the felicitation address.
Thank you, Ma'am. Respected dignitaries, dear delegates, members of AICP, participants and faculty members. Christu Jayanti College is privileged to host the 23rd Association of Indian College Principals Conference 2022. We are honored by the presence of Professor R.S. Mali, former Vice Chancellor, Kavitri Bhaginabai Chowdhury, North Maharashtra University, today amongst us. We appreciate the initiatives taken by the AICP to promote academic and administrative excellence in the field of higher education. The current global pandemic has accelerated the need for higher education institutions and the professional associations like AICP to be more tech savvy. Change is the only constant. This is a sentence I heard all my life. And whenever I hear the word change, what comes to my mind is, it's not me, and that is not going to happen to me. I don't want to change. And this resistance might be happening with many of you. But this resistance is something that are part of evolution. When television came into existence, the world thought a small box placed on a particular corner of a room may not transform, but it did. They couldn't imagine people are going to look into a wooden box throughout the day. Once upon a time, when the Microsoft CEO resisted that an iPhone is going to change the world, the president of Mickingham Savings Bank advised Henry Ford's lawyer not to invest in Ford Motor, which is an automobile, a novelty in 1903. Rather, invest in horse because they thought horse is going to stay here. As continuation of these innovations, when it comes to adoption of technology in education, some of us may be resistant and some of us may be early adopters. But one thing is assured, and that is change in higher education. Hence, these 2 days of deliberation on the pros and cons of technological adoption in higher education has truly helped all of us to look into this change with a multi-dimension. Change when it comes to the field of higher education, it becomes upgradation and updating. And that is the need of the time as well. Teachers can leverage technology to achieve new levels of productivity, implement useful digital tools to expand learning opportunities for students, and increase student support and engagement. It also enables the teachers to improve their instruction methods and personalized learning. We could imbibe a lot of constructive ideas and knowledge on effective use of technology from eminent speakers during the keynote sessions. Being a recipient of the national level award for clean, green and smart campus by the government of India, XXIII College take this as a privilege and welcome all of you to adopt the change in clean, green and smart campus projects in our campuses. We cordially welcome all the participants to our campus to experience these changes we implemented. The 23rd AICP Conference on Leveraging the Technology for Higher Education has enlightened each of us to make this transition easier. The efforts taken by the chairman, president, the vice president, secretary general, executive convener, executive members of AICP towards organizing this conference is really commendable and appreciated. The involvement and participation of the principals from colleges from different parts of India and the enthusiasm in sharing their experience and knowledge through case studies and panel discussions are highly appreciable. The internal quality assurance cell of XXIII College has played a pivotal role in the success of the conference under the guidance of Father Dr. Augustine George, the principal of XXIII College, and Professor Baba Jnanakumar, the executive member of AICP, and Dr. Aloysius Edward, the director of IQAC, and all the faculty members of XXIII College. And we look forward for many more such fruitful interactions and deliberations in the future. A special thanks and appreciation to Professor R.S. Mali for the motivational and encouraging words. Your words were really practical, and we promise that we will try to implement and execute those words of wisdom in our institutions. Also, I appreciate the involvement of all the members of AICP for being the torch bearers of this change. I thank and appreciate all the principals and campus leaders from different parts of our country for their active participation and involvement in deliberations, panel discussions, and case studies presentations. Once again, appreciating and thanking all the participants and wishing all the best, I remain. Thank you.
Thank you, Father. Thank you, Subhash sir and Father Lijo. Your words of appreciation, inspiration, together with highlighting the need of the time, has radiated a source of vigor within all of us, contributing to the success of the conference to bring about a positive change in our own institutions, contributing to the growth of the nation. Thank you. The secret artillery for building the best culture is open and honest feedback. I now request the participants to give their valuable feedback. I request Dr. Akhilesh V. Peshwe, Principal of MPDO Memorial Science College, Nagpur, to provide your valuable feedback. Akhilesh sir, over to you.
Thank you. Honorable dignitaries of today's function, Honorable former Vice Chancellor Professor Mali, Principal Dr. Augustin George and Dr. Gyan Kumar, and the entire team of Christu Jayanti College, very dear, endearing AICP stalwarts and highly respected patrons of AICP, participants, and dear everyone. The success of this conference was actually predicted in the very first meeting, as in fact, Professor Principal Bombo has rightly said, predicted in the very first meeting, very first special AICP meeting, in which Dr. Baba Gyan Kumar presented the whole plan. And that gave us so much assurance that we knew that everything will be all right and there will not be much for us to advise. And the entire Christu Jayanti team proved it so. So congratulations to all of you and to AICP. AICP is a family and a wonderful representative. It's a very representative, very vibrant, and a very inclusive kind of body. And this conference is a statement of inclusiveness, very much like AICP itself. It has continued the tradition. The way you all planned it is simply amazing. The conference has given us insight in how to use technology in a linear and non-linear manner to enhance the learning experience of students. But then throughout these 2 days, the warmth, you realized during the interactions with the Christu Jayanti staff actually touched us. And that warmth is the cardinal aspect of learning experience and cardinal aspect of education. And so, how to leverage the use of technology with warmth in education is actually a problem that has been bothering us recently. The conference has given us insights into that too. In a session where Dr. Johnson Richard and Dr. Upadhyay were with me, Principal Anup Nagar revealed the impact of lockdown on every one of us, and particularly on education. He talked about education being meaningful. If education is to be meaningful, we must break down actually the technology lockdown. The technology barrier that pesters us. And if we do not break down this barrier, and if we do not allow technology to take us to a higher level, it will simply be inviting another technology lockdown on us. With this conference, with the confidence instilled in us now, we are sure that we will not allow that to happen. And in fact, the conference has set a right tone for that. And hats off to everyone. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir. I request Dr. Cynthia Jude from Stella Maris College to give your valuable feedback. Stella ma'am, over to you.
Yeah, thank you. Very good evening to everyone. I am Dr. Cynthia Jude from the Department of History, Stella Maris College, Chennai, Tamil Nadu. First and foremost, I render my hearty appreciations and congratulations to the entire team of Christu Jayanti College for having successfully conducted this 23rd Association of Indian College Principals Conference 2022. This conference has been very engaging, truly enriching, and it is actually the need of the hour. So this topic, which is on leveraging the technology for higher education, has been a very apt topic for the current scenario, be it the inaugural address by Shri Pradeep and the keynote address by Professor Ved Prakash. Then we had keynote sessions on challenges in higher education, issues and probable solutions and insight, education in the digital era, digital education ecosystem for learning. We had a plenary session with paper presentations. We had several parallel sessions, around 6 of them, and we had case study presentations. And today, when we had the panel discussion on perspectives of technological usage for higher education, it gave us a very clear idea of what is actually happening in the current scenario. So this conference is definitely a success, and hats off to the team Christu Jayanti College for beautifully highlighting the topic, and as well as selecting experts in the field to engage these 2 days in a very enriching conference. Congratulations to each and every one of you who had been part of this conference. And my humble request is that if you could conduct these kind of conferences, which would facilitate the provision of enriching and making people knowledgeable, it would be highly beneficial for the entire academic community. So hats off to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Both your feedbacks will surely aid us to become more effective in our journey towards perfection. Thank you, professors. Expressing gratitude is one of the simplest yet powerful act human can do to each other. I request Dr. Sanjay Vakil, Secretary, General Association of Indian College Principals and educator with distinct vision and illuminating ideas, to propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. The principal of the college, Professor R.S. Mali, former Vice Chancellor, Dr. Subhas Brahmabhat, Father Lijo P. Thomas, Miss Mary Jacob, all the distinguished guests, and Dr. Baba and his team. In the inaugural function itself, when myself and Dr. Subhas Brahmabhat were together in my office, it was a very meticulous way, in a very meticulous way, Christu College has organized each and everything. You know, after afternoon session, means after 2:30 yesterday, I had a meeting with my staff members, teaching staff members, and I discussed about the teamwork of Christu College. Why? Because we are proceeding for cycle 4 NAC, and ours will be the first college in Gujarat that we are proceeding for cycle 4 in Gujarat. So we have learned many things from Christu College. We thought about autonomous status also. We know how to work with teamwork in a meticulous way, perfect way. I think Christu College is the only college who has got the highest grade in NAC so far as colleges are concerned. A++, and you deserve it. Nobody can break the record, I think, because of your teamwork. So far as your academic work is concerned, so far as your administrative work is concerned, it is 100% perfect. I have listened many papers and many lectures also. So I would like to give you two advantages of digital transformations and two disadvantages of digital transformations. Now, two advantages of digital transformations. Number one, increased productivity. Finding the paper document that a student is looking for takes an average of 12 minutes. This can be reduced to a few seconds or less with a well-executed digitization and document imaging plan. Second advantage, document imaging and the complete document digitization process contributes to your green credits and is an environmentally responsible activity. It eliminates the need for several backup copies and excessive printing, boosting your company's environmental content. Now, two disadvantages of digital information transformation. Sorry. Teachers are not even trained in the right application of mechanization as it advances. As a result, rather than learning information through technology, students are simply using it. Using applied science to obtain proper education is a positive thing, but turning it into an active set of abilities will take time. Second, it is not secret that the most recent and cutting-edge technology is prohibitively pricey. A school must pay for technology like this in order to use it, which is difficult for most public schools to accomplish due to the high expense. This is also challenging for parents because their children develop acclimated to technology that they do not have at home. Now, friends, I have observed that all the papers were too much informative, full of knowledge. I think, Baba, this is my humble suggestion that if possible, let us have all the papers should be printed in a book form, and it should be published in a proper way. AICP will help you. So each and every paper is really very, very full of knowledge and information. Again, so far as teamwork is concerned, so far as your meticulous program is concerned, it is 100 out of 100 you are getting, sir. Perfect way, in a perfect way. Particularly myself have learned many things from your college. So Baba and your whole team, including your principal, all of you are doing wonderful job, not for your college only, but for the development of the education. You are doing a fantastic job for the whole nation also. Now, Baba, this is my last request to you. Now, government is going to implement National Education Policy 2020 to each and every educational institution. Let us have one more webinar from Christie College. And those who want to know the real NEP 2020, how to implement it, how to do the things properly, that will be a great help for many principals in the whole nation. Many our executive members, many our members of AICP told me yesterday that if Baba is ready to do it, it would be proper for us because you have selected each and every speaker perfectly. Whatever they spoke, I think, you have recorded it, sir. If possible, you mail to each and every member of AICP so they can have these discourses, and they can show it to the staff members also, and to the different colleges of different universities also. This is really a very good conference, 100% successful, very informative and very knowledgeable discourses we have listened, sir. Dr. Baba, again, you deserve congratulations from AICP. Being the Secretary General of AICP, I'm really thankful to each and every member of your college, your institution. Really, it was a very good experience. Thank you again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We also express our gratitude and appreciation for all your efforts and support provided in making this conference a successful one. Thank you, sir. Now, I invite Dr. Aloysius Edward, Director, IQAC Kristu Jayanti College, to formally announce the dates and theme of the 16th International Internal Quality Assurance Cell Conference.
Thank you, ma'am. It is a proud moment for Kristu Jayanti College Autonomous to associate with the Association of Indian College Principals to organize our 15th IQAC conference and 23rd AICP conference yesterday and today. With the permission of our beloved Father Principal, Father Dr. Agustin George, Father Lujopi Thomas, and all the, Professor R.S. Mali, and all the members of AICP, and all my fellow colleagues in Kristu Jayanti College, looking at the various changes, what is going to happen in higher education in line with the implementation of national education policy. I'm happy to announce our 16th IQAC conference in 2023. That is 16th National IQAC Conference on Revisiting Quality in Higher Education on February 3rd and 4th, 2023. So surely we will approach NAC because we are the fourth cycle of accreditation. So every cycle of accreditation, NAC is ready to sponsor our conference. We approach NAC to sponsor this conference. So with the permission of, all the delegates and all my fellow colleagues gathered here, I'm happy to announce the 16th National IQAC Conference on Revisiting Quality in Higher Education on February 3rd and 4th, 2023. I request all the members of AICP to facilitate this conference in your own forums so that we'll make this conference a real success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Before we wind up, we apologize for the technical glitch that happened during the presentation of the green certificate to Professor R.S. Mali. We again share the screen. Sir, Professor Mali. So we present you the green certificate. And as I told you, we have planted a sapling in Kristu Jayanti College on this occasion. Thank you. Thank you, sir. As we have come to the end of the valediction, let us join the choir to render the college anthem.
You made the mountains and the sea, measured out the universe, and you made me. Echoes of the voice that call the words to throughout the ages, and now speak to me. You might create a king.
Ajit sir, can you play the national anthem? Ajit sir?
Like a golden
Ajit sir?
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जाहे तब शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you. Dear participants, we request each of you to fill in the feedback form by clicking the Google form link, which we have provided in the chat box. Kindly fill your details with utmost care, as the details provided will be used for generating the e-certificate. The QR coded certificate will be uploaded in our college website, and the link of the e-certificate will be shared through your email on or before 30th March 2022. Let this conference bring about a transformation from the traditional fatalistic attitude to a daring confidence in facing the challenges of modern times. So let the magic of thinking big, blended with persistence and experimentation in EdTech, lead us to excellence in higher education. Thank you, and wishing all of you a great evening.